anything that a filmmaker goes through that is beyond his or her film, any external factor that you have to kind of, wrap your head around right before the release of the film is very hurtful. There was pain attached to that situation, and I won't get into the optics and the politics of it because I really don't want. I care for everyone's opinion, but this really matters to me.
So I want to ask, you talked about trauma when the conversation started and when you felt really low in life. Three things or three people that really helped you out, to heal, to be there, to hold.
Actually, the three motivations, or rather not even three, one of them was to not react and not feel or express the pain or hurt for whatever the circumstance was because I know that my mother derives a lot from my emotion. So to not get her all hyper, upset and angry was one reason why you put up a facade. The second one that was therapeutic and right in front of me were my two children. Like just hugging and holding them is like, life is the most beautiful place. No matter what any troll or negative person or anyone says anything about you that is negative, you've got your children to hold and hug. I mean, like, it's the best therapy in the world. Thirdly, also for my organization, I felt, because I was leading it, that if I'm leading it and I'm crumbling and, kind of like under the pressure or whatever, how will I lead an organization? So there are many motivations that keep you, upbeat and alive. And of course, in life, you deal with repressed energy much later, and you go through what you call PTSD or, whatever else, which is important and critical to address, which is why I realized that going to a therapist or a psychologist is sometimes essential. Because sometimes that medical advice that comes to you from trained professionals, it does heal your brain, your brain, your head.
Did your therapist ask you to get out of Twitter?
No, that was an instinctive decision I made when I started reading abuse to my children. When that happened, and I was like, this is the lowest people can get. I mean, you abuse me, abuse what you want. They were abuses my mother as well. My mother is still a older person. My children were 5 at that time, when I took that decision. I was like, no, this is it. Now I'm not going back on this platform for anything. Like, of course, my company is on it, and professionally one has to. Right. I realize the importance of the platform.
You're in media,
But I don't want to be on this platform. I don't want to read anything about my children, because that breaks my heart, not only as a parent, but as a human being.
When you read so much about yourself, especially in the last 3 years, sometimes it also makes a person feel apologetic about their actions or thoughts, or that every step that I'm taking is misfiring. People use the word nepotism so casually with you, or every decision that you take, or your relationship with Alia. Now, how does one, especially an artist, keep being apologetic away from them and be comfortable?
Honestly, I haven't, and I will not apologize for anything. I will cast who I feel is right. If that person happens to be related to somebody in the industry, then so be it. Alia is like my first child. I will always love her in public, in person, and she will always be part of my life. And you can keep saying things, you can call me what you want, you can call me all the names you want. Eventually, that negativity is eating that person up, not me. I'm rising above it. I'm taking the high road. And when you take the high road in life, none of them, you cannot change your way of being because of what people say. That is something I firmly believe, and I've always done that. I've done what my heart believes in. If my heart is, and my mom has taught me, if you are in the right, you believe you're in the right, then how can anyone make a difference? I can't start suddenly, tomorrow if I'm launching an actor who is equipped to be in a film and comes from a film family, that may be privileged for us for the start, but after that, she or he has to prove their mettle. But maybe I've seen something and I have access to that something. Why should I not leverage it? And there are enough and more. We do the math, in our organization. So at a given point of time, you are working with, between the Dharmatic shows, Dharma production movies, Dharma 2.0 ads, which we produce ads, and DCA, which is our talent management. You have an employer base of over, like, say, 1,000 people.
Wow.
800 to 1,000 people, right, working for you. And even films that are moving, but at one given point in time, you have 800,000 people. Of those 800 to 1,000 people whose livelihood depends on the work that is given and we make sure that we are well taking care of each and every member of that organization, out of that 98% of those are not from the industry. Why is this data not talked about? Why are we talking about that one star kid or one industry kid that is getting an opportunity? What about the other thousands of people that are working, who are not from the industry and are working beautifully and comfortably and contributing so massively? But if you want to make a narrative that works negatively, you will make any narrative. The negativity is on whoever is making the narrative, not on me.
And did you arrive with this at some point in life, that you need to be distant, insulate yourself from stuff that people say because you do you?
I've always done me. I mean, I've never bothered. I mean, have I stopped? No. It's not that I've stopped casting people from the industry or I've isolated myself from the sheer wonderfulness of Alia Bhatt. I have not listened to anyone. I just left a platform. I didn't listen, but because that platform had nothing to do with the things they were saying, it was about my kids. I didn't want to read that. That to me is, and whoever is a parent in this room will know that you'll take anything. You'll take anything about anyone. Your child, you can't take anything about. And I don't know who to fight, right? Those people, I don't know who's house. They're nameless, faceless people, and some who have names also, I don't know what kind of names they have. So, who do I go and fight with? I'd rather just exit.
I also have to say, Karan, and this, I don't know, I mean, I've been around as a journalist for a very long while. And over the years, there are only two people I know, and I keep saying it to friends, the only two people I know, if you send a text to, and of course, it'll be for work, the person will respond in 5 minutes, and it's crazy that it'll be within 5 minutes. One is Amitabh Bachchan, and the second is Karan Johar. And both of you freaking work hard like crazy. Like, I take 3 days to even respond to anything, and I'm a rando. You know what I mean? It's crazy how you do it.
So I have what you call message reply anxiety, if that's a thing. Like, it's like I know it's at the back of my head, I haven't replied to a message, I start going mad. So on birthdays and all, I go crazy. And I recently discovered WhatsApp has these 3 lines where you can go on it and then you don't have to keep scrolling back because you can message. So it's like manna from the heavens, because now I can reply to birthdays, because
thank you. Or
no, I write, I personalize and write, and hearts, emojis and all. And sometimes when you don't want to, then you send many emojis and whatever you give the person that required attention, time and gratitude for their message. I have a big problem. I rarely miss a message, and if I do, then it's by design.
Karan Johar, please stay that way.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
25 years of you being in the movies.
Thank you.
And I mean, we can continue this conversation forever, but at some point we need to stop. Thank you so much, Karan.
Thanks,
for being on
Mayank.
Sit With
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.